Hello and Happy New Year to each and every one of you watching by phone, tablet, or television. I'm Jim Marshall of the New Bedford Cable Network, and I'm here to bring you the highlights from New Bedford celebrates New Year's Eve. It was a whirlwind of activity as many came out to support the event despite the weather forecast of steady rain. The night began with an interfaith worship service where the focus was on the plight of the homeless in our area.
Mr. Chaplain and I, along with police and others from the city, along with Ray, were down at the Goodyear site in the south end of New Bedford, where we went and spoke to people living in tents in the brush that you may not even be aware of. And we found evidence of about 6 or 8 locations. We got to talk to 4 people, and the words and the things that we spoke about that a Board of Health director is supposed to say, well, we need to do this and get rid of this and get rid of that and get rid of this, and it's not what he said. He's got to do what's got to be done by regulation, don't get me wrong. But its first concern was, what are we going to do to help these people? That's what's going to be all our concern.
At the Goodyear site, when we were there visiting our homeless residents, and I say those words, homeless residents or unsheltered residents, because they are our neighbors, they are our residents, they have specific needs. And as a community, I think it's important that we come together to help them in a time of need. As I was at that particular Goodyear site, we encountered several families. Again, I refrain from using the word homeless, but several families. And you could honestly see, without a doubt, the care and compassion amongst those 2 individuals who are our neighbors and residents in need. And so Reverend Lima and I walked away from that particular incident saying we have to do something. And so as we embark on another point in time count for the city of New Bedford coming up in January, it's not so much the actual number that we come up with from that point of count, but really it's the action that we put together as a community collectively to help all of those who are in need.
Harpist Eva McFarland gave a stirring performance at the Siemens Bethel, which left the audience spellbound. Toe Jam Puppet Band was at the YMCA. Now, this musical entertainment group provides interactive songs for children and their families that bring out the kid in all of us.
Everybody sit on the cactus, say ow, sit on the cactus, say ow, sit on the cactus, say ow, 1, 2, 3, pull the needles out.
You guys line up behind me.
Let's go for a train ride.
Hey, 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 hey.
Little red caboose,
Chug chug,
little red caboose,
chug chug.
riding behind. Come on, get your teeth.
Chug 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 chug.
And get on board.
Yeah, boy.
Riding behind me, I'm the train. Little red caboose,
Chug chug,
little red
chug chug.
riding behind the train. Little red caboose,
Chug chug,
little red caboose,
chug chug.
riding behind.
The Laurie Gomes Ensemble featuring Joaquin Santos, O'Dane Williams, Tito Bedford, and Von Brathwaite brought smooth jazz to the New Bedford Harbor Hotel. These talented musicians have been heating up the local music scene for a few years now and have attracted enthusiastic crowds wherever they go. New Bedford Fishing Heritage Center featured Daisy D. Dots, the clown of Overhead Arts, who provided free face painting.
Hi, I'm Daisy D. Dots, and I'm actually Elaine Versalone, and I'm here, and we're actually here for Overhead Arts, and New Bedford brought us in to do these wonderful face paints, all of the kids here. We're having so much fun. What I could tell you is we're actually teaching a clown school also down on Hatch Street at 88 Hatch Street, and the clowning is not just for kids. Clowning is for grown-ups of all ages. So if they're interested, they could always look up Daisy D. Dots online, and I'm sure they'll find us. And I actually got Clown of the Year this year from World Clowns Association. World Clowns Association is an association of clowns that learn the right way and have many, many rules to follow. And we go all over the world. We've been to Thailand, and Bangkok is where I went just a couple of years ago. We just had a big event in Minnesota, and we all get together and we try to help the societies, try to help the town and the communities. So that's what clowning's all about. Real clowning is about shedding smiles, giving smiles to others and getting them back. It's magic.
The New Bedford Fishing Heritage Center's many displays were open for the public to take in and learn about the history and culture of New Bedford's commercial fishing industry. The center also provides classroom resources, including guest speakers, audio-visual and curriculum materials, as well as internships for area high schools, colleges, and universities.
The white whale's on the left left side.
You gotta turn that way. Faster, faster. We got a whale on the starboard side. We gotta move quickly. Captain, please turn the wheel faster.
The UMass Dartmouth College of Visual and Performing Arts was the venue hosting live jazz music from Whaling City Sound. Whaling City Sound is an independent jazz record label spearheaded by local entrepreneur Neil Weiss. His vision to bring jazz to a wider audience began back in 1999 and is still going strong, with many of the talented musicians on the label gaining an international following. Jedley's Magic Circus was on hand at the main branch of the New Bedford Free Public Library. Jedley uses volunteers selected at random from the audience to perform his amazing tricks and illusions, and has been entertaining families for over 30 years.
Sky, reach up and take the egg down from the sky, please. Feel it in both of your hands. Feel it, don't scramble it.
Yeah.
Sky, if you really believe you have an egg inside your hand, you're going to be able to throw it up in the air and have it land inside this bag. Are you ready to try? Are you ready to try, Sky? Excellent. Are you going to throw it hard or soft? throw it however you want, but just throw it nice and high so it can get underneath it, okay? I'm gonna ask everybody here, who loves you and cares about you to count to 3. When they get to 3, that's when you throw it. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Here we go!
1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
There's
nothing there.
Sky! My daughter took the hanky and she tied it up around her neck like this. And the grandmother sat there saying, "Oh my goodness, what's going on? Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué pasó?" And then my daughter wiggled her fingers and clapped her hands. And then she took the hanky and pulled it right through her neck. And it's really weird, the grandparents didn't clap either. Thank you! Thank you! Happy New Year! Whoa! If you're not able to do that, it would be very polite to clap really loud.
Then it was on to Gallery X for the soul, funk, and blues band Dee Dee Bastos and the Sons of Providence. This group of musicians are old friends who recently reunited to play select gigs around New England. There was a fire spinning and LED hoop performance at Custom House Square by Cirque Delight, and it was to the delight of all the audience members.
We're the Snow Queen and Snow King, and we're from Extraordinary Arts right in New Bedford.
Great, awesome.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year,
Have
guys.
a Happy New Year.
And in the Zeiterion Peddler space, Pure Energy Entertainment was on hand for the digital graffiti wall. Guests would have their photo taken wearing some of the props while standing in front of a green screen. Then, digital artists would enhance the photos with a choice of virtual backdrops and various other tools. It was fun for both the young and old alike. The evening was topped off by a spectacular fireworks display that thrilled a few brave souls who were undaunted by the rain. all of us here at New Bedford Cable Network, happy 2019. Go out and make it your best year yet. Thanks for watching.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.